San Diego Comic-Con was back for another year. Something that's pretty much always guaranteed to be one of, if not the biggest event for blockbuster films. Everyone was there. Michael Douglas, Ben Affleck, Michael Douglas's little Robin Hood beard. So many things. So let's break down the biggest announcements from SDCC 2014 and try and determine which studio had the most mind-blowing announcement. First off, Warner Brothers treated us to the confirmation that Gareth Edwards will return to direct Godzilla 2. That, I assume, is the current working title. I'd imagine that they're going to change it to something like Godzilla King of the Monsters, or Godzilla flattens another city and then gets another round of applause. You know, something like that. A few of the monsters confirmed to be joining him this time around are Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. However, this isn't the only classic monster film we're going to be treated to. We're also getting another King Kong movie. Yay! Titled Skull Island, due out November 2016. Peter Jackson's King Kong, though, it doesn't seem that long ago. Was it 2005? If only there was some way to work that out. Whatever it is, it can be summed up thusly. Great dinosaur fight, probably. I don't really remember. But way too much time on that boat, and I didn't care for watching King Kong die over a 30-minute time period in slow motion. So yeah, something set on Skull Island telling a different story than what we've seen before. Sure, great, whatever. Duncan Jones also showed off some brief footage from his Warcraft movie due out 2016. He's a great director, and apparently this movie has a very kind of Planet of the Apes, Avatar, CGI kind of vibe. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, but who cares? All of this pales in comparison to the Batman v Superman and Age of Ultron newses. Kicking off with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, we got our first look at Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and it's pretty great. Sure, it's lacking in color like most of the current DC costumes, but still, like I said, pretty impressive. You know, it's got the sword, the gauntlets, the headband thing, the lasso, and she really seems to fit the part. Most importantly though, some footage was released teasing the highly anticipated showdown between Batman and Superman. Looking very reminiscent of The Dark Knight Returns, it features Batman firing up the bat signal and Superman flying above him, looking all angry. Batman's suit is noticeably an armored version. Again, very reminiscent of their showdown from The Dark Knight Returns. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot were also pictured together, each looking very much like their comic counterparts. Even dressing like so. Henry Cavill is clothed almost exactly like Clark Kent from The Dark Knight Returns. Surely that's not an accident. The Marvel panel also seemed to go down pretty well with fans. A lot of the stuff, however, we already knew. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was announced, and Josh Brolin, who'll be playing Thanos, appeared on stage alongside the other Avengers, I guess acting as some kind of official announcement. The first footage of Age of Ultron was also shown, depicting the Avengers all chilling out, taking it in turns to lift Thor's hammer, with no one having luck except Captain America, who actually managed to slightly budget. That makes sense though, he's proven himself worthy to lift it in the comics. Anyways, Ultron walks in, apparently made up of all sorts of different Iron Man armors, and he's like, "You're all Age of Extinction," or something. Then there's a montage that includes, but isn't exclusive to, new Iron Man armor, Scarlet Witch using her powers, Quicksilver quicksilvering, Black Widow calming down the Hulk, the Hulkbuster armor fighting the Hulk, and then a clear look at Ultron, all big and strong and shiny and a robot. Then you see an image of Captain America's broken shield and all the Avengers lying defeated, possibly dead, probably not, with only Tony Stark remaining. Without watching it, if you want to get a feel for it, these posters were released slowly over the week, depicting each Avenger in an intense Ultron bot swarm battle. Some are obviously doing better than others, with Hawkeye, again, proving himself worthless as a movie character, as opposed to his comic counterpart. Check this out. Arrow, 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 Arrow. All proving ineffective. Get a bloody gun, you moron. Also, here's Paul Bettany's The Vision, just floating over the top, being super unhelpful. Alright, there's more Comic-Con news, but I don't have time to cover it all. So there's only one solution to all of this. Speed round. Hang on a sec, I just need to find that old theme song I used to have. Just give me a... Speed round! Speed round! This is the intro theme song for Speed Round! Screenwriter Simon Kinberg confirmed that the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse, as teased in Days of Future Past, will appear in X-Men Apocalypse in some capacity. The Last of Us movie adaptation is still going ahead, with Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones in talks for Ellie. That totally works, as long as she can pull off an American accent. Director Jonathan Liebesman and producer Brad Fuller want Casey Jones and Bebop and Rocksteady in their TMNT sequel. And it's confirmed for the Ant-Man film that Evangelina Lilly will be playing Hope Van Dyne, and Corey Stoll will be playing the villain Yellow Jacket. So there we have it. Now, unfortunately, there's no Wonder Woman solo film announcement or anything about Captain America 3 or Doctor Strange, but it has been rumored that Joaquin Phoenix is being sought for the role. But if I had to pick the biggest piece of news from this year's Comic-Con. I have to say that despite Marvel making the most announcements, the Batman v Superman footage was the most exciting reveal. What I've seen that's leaked looks absolutely amazing. And that's not to say that I'm not excited for Age of Ultron. It's really something to see Batman and Superman finally go head to head on the big screen. Oh, and special thanks goes to this guy for sticking his big dumb head in the way of this photo. You really blew it, you jerk. But if you're looking for a more in-depth look at SDCC for 2014, why not check out my podcast, The Weekly Planet, that's out this Monday. We're going to go over all the things discussed here and more. You can find that linked below or on iTunes, where it's doing pretty well, or at the terrific comicbookmovie.com. Also, don't forget, a new video here every Sunday and Thursday, and that includes my upcoming review on Guardians of the Galaxy. But what do you think is the biggest piece of news from this year's San Diego Comic-Con? Feel free to leave your thoughts below via my Twitter and Facebook pages, both ending in Mr. Sunday Movies, if you have anything that you'd like to share about that. Thanks everyone. Enjoy your week.